don't know what happened to my intro. I had like 3 pictures up here, and none of them were my intro. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I know there are some absolutely wonderful things going on over at Fiber Spider, and I wish I was over there too. But I got this Friday night gig, so here we are. Welcome in. It's like my first time or something. Let me go and say hello to everybody. Leanie is here. Good evening, Leanie. She's in the chat tonight, so she can converse with y'all. Hi, Gracie. Good evening. Good evening. Joan was here earlier. It doesn't show up in this chat because it was before I hit the live button, but hello to you, Joan. And Mimi's here. She can talk for a little while. Don't overdo it, Mimi. Don't overdo it. There's Chuck. Hey, Chuck, how's it going? Glad you're here. Tank is here. Thank you. There her is. There's Joan. Good to see you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a great Friday. Kathy, you be careful. I know there's a lot of weather around, or there was. You be careful. Glad you're here. Arity, good evening. Happy Friday. Yes. I know y'all, there's a lot of you that are happy it is Friday. There's Angela. I didn't realize he'd been on that long. I was only over there for just a little while. I guess I hadn't discovered it. But it was Tony it was Panda Tony and yeah, and Fiber Spider. Lots of wonderful people were over there too. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. Good evening and happy Friday and good to see you. Sally Birch. Hey, hey. How's it going, Sally? It's my allergies. I have been on the struggle bus this week with my allergies. You noticed that, huh? See, she knows me so well. It's like my mom. I never could get away with anything. I'd walk into what's the matter? Nothing. Hi, Rox. Who is it? It's Roseanne. Why is it so little? There. I can't wait for the glasses. Oh, you're so welcome. You be careful. Don't overdo it. Lorna's here. Hey, Lorna. Yeah, I'm having trouble reading it for some reason, and my eyes are blurry. Everybody's saying hi. Texas has landed where you are. A dust storm. And then the rain's then you'll have the mud balls like we do. Yeah, actual mud balls coming out of the sky. Oh, I think that one was pretty good, actually. Oh, you were on your toes. She was on her toes. Oh, man, yeah. Batten down the hatches, right? Absolutely. Well, be careful. There's a lot of weather out there. You guys, I dropped a video for me and Russ for our 4K giveaway, but just be patient with Russ. He has had no power. I don't know if he's got it back yet. I don't know if he'll be on tonight. I don't know. Haven't heard from him. So I hope that he is well and everything is okay. Um, that whole area, he's in Michigan. So he's up above you, Arity. And it's really bad up that way. So I'm really thinking about everybody tonight. Ryan Hall was on yesterday. He was on again today. It's a little crazy. So, okay. How is everybody? Happy Friday. Let me show you my scrap and crime blanket. Now, some of you may not have seen this before. This is the bag that I made using cotton yarn. And I did it all in one, meaning I did not break the yarn. I just continued across and made the handles. It was a continuous thing. And then that was after I put it together up the sides. Yeah, there's so much out there. Oh, I'm so glad, Joan. It was a lot, you guys. This bag was a lot. I felt like I was never going to get done because I did it in long ways, right? And then all I did was fold it and put it together on the sides. So I felt like I was never going to finish it, like it was never going to be big enough for me to stop. Michael, you should be over at Craig's. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for coming by. Love to you. You guys have a wonderful supper. Kathy said they had. I was worried about you too. Yep, because you guys had it too. I knew you did. Oh, did Ellen come in? Hi, Ellen. I see you got. I got mine today too. My you know who yarn. Okay, scrap and crime blanket is in here. I do not have a special stitch for us for tonight. Okay, I don't have our special stitch. I'm working on the gray. Oh, I gotta go get my hook. Serbs is on the bone. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now. Oh, if I can find it. That's the thing about blankets, right? Your yard is in the house? Yep, yard is in the house. Hey, Annie, good evening. It's good to see you. Oh no, please be careful. Oh, see, you're getting it tonight. I knew there was lots of weather out there. Please be careful. Sometimes these Friday nights can prove to be quite a distraction from the stuff that's going on, but I hope you don't lose your power. So now I'm just doing double crochets. And then when I get to the other end of this row, I may go ahead and throw in a half double crochet row to kind of tighten her up a little bit. Yeah, the overnight warnings are the worst. Yes, that exactly. Please stay safe, everyone. Okay, so a few things to talk about tonight. I'm going to work on this for a minute while we talk, and then, if you guys would like, I can show you how to start a knitted washcloth. Show me hands if y'all want to see a knitted washcloth. Well, I have forgotten too, Chuck. So I don't know what it is either. I don't know. Maybe somebody here remembers. Because I don't remember. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay. Roseanne says yes. Yes, it's the corner to corner one. Yep. You probably already know how. Oh, you don't knit? Oh, okay. Gracie says yes. Joan says yes. You're going to do them this summer? Okay. Hi, Connie. Come on in. I am getting some hands waving, though, that are wanting it. So that's good. I'll show y'all how to start. It's been a while. I did show you. I do have a tutorial for it, but I'll show you again. I'll show you how I do it. I did do my nails again. It took me a couple hours yesterday. Oh, come on. There we go. I went with the longer ones this time. They turned out pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're okay. The color are from Olive and June. The the grayish blue one is called Favorite Beanie, and then the bluish one is called Blue Bandana. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right. All right. So we have so many updates this from this week. So many things happened, and I wanted to just touch on a few of them. One of those is Becky Hill. How many of you saw Becky Hill has been arrested? And how do you feel about it? Hi, Terry. That's what I did this time, Tank. I redid them. I just took everything off and started again because I had several that were coming up. Okay, Mimi. Good idea. So, Becky Hill is the person who was the the clerk of court, however you say that, in Colleton County, where Alec Murdaugh was tried and convicted of killing his wife and son. And she wrote a book about it. And she was brought up onto the stand, and they asked her a bunch of questions. And this has been last year when she was brought to court and asked a bunch of questions because Alec Murdaugh was trying to get a new trial. He's still trying to get a new trial. Hi, Sherry. And this week, Becky Hill was arrested for. Now let me try to remember exactly what her charges were. There's two or three different charges. One of them was embezzling funds. She she appropriated funds from a couple different places to herself for her own personal use. So this is from Fox News. Murdaugh court clerk Becky Hill is released on bond after she was arrested for perjury and misconduct charges. She has been charged with obstructing justice and misconduct in the Colleton County and perjury in Richland County. The former South Carolina court clerk who presided over the 2023 Alec Murdaugh trial has been released from jail after posting bond Wednesday, following her arrest for alleged misconduct during the trial. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division on Wednesday afternoon announced that Hill, age 57, has been charged with obstructing justice and misconduct in Colleton County and perjury in Richland County. So they're charging her with perjury because she, if you remember Tootsie, what I call Tootsie Judge Tootsie, whatever. Anyway, I can't even remember her name now, but she looked and sounded like Dustin Hoffman from the movie Tootsie. She was a special judge that was brought in, Judge Toll. She was brought in to look at all of this stuff and to see if Alec Murdaugh was due a new trial. And she deemed that there was not enough evidence showing that the jury on his case, that the jury in any way would have made any different decision based on anything that happened. But she lied, yes, but she lied on the stand when she was questioned by this judge. And that is what they are charging her with. So I thought, we still haven't got rid of old Alec Murdaugh yet, have we? They gave her a $30,000 bond and a $50,000 bond in Richland County. Um, so there are allegations of jury tampering. The Judge Toll also said that she was not going to rule that there had been any tampering based on the fact that when she questioned the jurors had not given her any answers that made her think that they would have done anything differently. But she asked her if she allowed anybody to see sealed exhibits, and she did. And they have proof that she did based on a email where she emailed someone and told him, You received these exhibits and you should not have. Please erase them, get rid of them. Now, when her book came out, I was very on the edge about the whole book thing because I was like, how can she be writing this book so close? I really feel like there should be more done about some of these. Hey Cindy, good to see you, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you are safe. Take care of yourself. I'm so glad you're here. Well, they said she really didn't make anything. It was she in the end, I don't believe that she wound up making any money, and she has pulled the book. The book was pulled. And the book was pulled because she plagiarized a lot of what she put in the book. She did not get it from the correct sources, and she did not ask for it. She did not pay for it. She plagiarized it. So she's also going to be in trouble for that. I don't know. I think that's the one that's in the other county that she's getting charged for plagiarism in that other county. I'm not positive on that. Yeah. Glad you're here too. So that's all pretty interesting stuff, right? Oh, Alec. Okay, so that's the Becky Hill thing. And then we'll get to cornholer in just a minute, but how many of you are following the P. Diddy case? I have to bring it up because, I mean, honestly, I don't care other than I care about the fact that it is a trafficking case, and I care about the fact that those women were treated so badly, and I am against DV. So, yeah, in those instances, and I'm tired of these um, musicians and such that are getting away with all kinds of crap. And it's ridiculous taking over. I mean, the hotel staff alone was also abused, if you ask me. Um, from what they were talking about today, there was a, a big to do about baby oil and the how much baby oil. Now, I would encourage you all to go over and watch Nancy Grace. She did a segment today talking to one of her people on her in her group or whatever. Her, I don't know if she's really employed by Nancy, but she's a correspondent that she talks to, um, part of her network that was at the trial and was talking about what was going on in there. And they were all they just could not hardly take it any longer because all they were talking about was nonstop baby oil. Hey, Bree, good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, 10 huge bottles at one time of baby oil. Uh-huh. Uh, so Nancy was saying, look, if people are saying, well, can we get on with it? Can we quit talking about baby oil and let's talk about trafficking? And she said, the way you need to look at it is that it's like the mafia. He's got this whole uh, network of people. Somebody has to go and buy all that baby oil. Somebody has to hire the sex workers. Somebody has to book. all of the things and get the food and do all of that. And then some of this stuff was brought in and was brought across state lines, even out of the country. And she said, "Yeah, this all goes straight towards a trafficking case." And she said it was a RICO thing. Is that the one? Thank you, Tank. That is the segment I was talking about. I hope they were putting it in small baby pools, kiddie pools, so they could do their freak offs. So if it's done right, I think that he's gonna. I think they will get him for this trafficking, and I hope they do. It happens so often, and something needs to be done about the trafficking. When I was in the beauty shop, well, right here in this building, when this building was a beauty shop, I had to post, according to to state law of Texas, I had to post a poster, and I had it on the back of the door in the bathroom, along with the website and contact numbers for the State Board of Texas for trafficking. And it was a poster that told people what number to call if they were being trafficked and they needed out and they needed help. But it had numbers, and it was a state law that I had to post that picture in my establishment. And a lot of that is because the trafficking here in Texas is so bad. It's really bad. Okay, tonight I have my Texas cup chip, my Texas chip cup. And it is cookie jar coffee, chocolate chip, double chocolate chip cookie coffee with honey and breve. Y'all know what breve is? Half and half. Okay, well that's a lot more talking on him than I wanted to do. There will be a sentencing on Monday for Linda Sterner. Now, Linda Sterner is the woman we talked about a couple weeks ago. I was following that trial. She's the one that ran over her husband. She was convicted of running her husband over and burning down the house. Her sentencing is Monday. Now, this is the second time of her being in jail for this offense. She was granted a new trial. The the judge who looked everything over said that the previous prosecution team had not fully met all of the standards for putting her away, that he wanted a new trial to clear out and air out some of the things that I know it. But the thing about it, Cindy, is her daughter stands behind her 100%. The sons are all pissed, but the daughter thinks that they're wrong. The daughter believes her and thinks that they're wrong. I just can't imagine. Bree's drinking Sprite. What's everybody else drinking and working on tonight? A homespun blanket. Are you crocheting? And what kind of a pattern? Everybody always wants to know when you use homespun, what is it that you are, kind of stitches are you doing with it? Because a lot of people have trouble with that. I saw a blip about that one, but I have not. I have not looked into it. I just was so mad about it, and I thought, okay, I don't know if I can watch that. Is it time? Is it time? Thank you. Mr. Fiber came and got Serbs for green toy. Time for. I got a new watch band too. Did y'all see my new watch band? This one is extremely comfortable. It's a little bit wider than the other ones that I was doing that had like the braided stitch braiding on it. This one is very flat and I like it so much better, and it doesn't loosen up. So the buckle, when I make my adjustment on it, it stays right where it's supposed to be. And it doesn't like loosen up on me. I got my meds right here, y'all. Taking those now. And in this one, I've got the berry flavored Waterloo water. Take your meds, y'all. My alarm will be going off here in just a minute. So her sentencing is on Monday. So I'm ready to see that and see what she gets this time. Because I'm not sure how that's going to work after her having been in jail. So how much of her time is going, if it's time served, or it'll be really interesting to see how that's handled on Monday. Oh, I still need to get some of that. I still have not ordered that yet, Mimi. Water with the Skinny unicorn syrup. I still haven't done that. Arity's working on sweater sleeves. Oh, Sleeve Island, girl, you're on Sleeve Island. I love my prims too, both the knitting prims and the crochet hooks. I do. I love them. I will say this though, and I need to do this before I forget. Hold on. You do have to wash them fairly fairly often. And this is a little bit of hand sanitizer. So it's got some alcohol in it. But you really need to give it a nice, because these get a buildup on them from the yarn. And then they're even squeakier. You're working. Oh, there we are. Done did it. But yes, and these too from your hands. They just really do grab everything. They feel so much better once you clean them. The prims are a hybrid. They are a hybrid. Do you see the head on that? They are similar to the furls, but they have a little, there we go. They're not super pointy, but they have a little bit of a point. They have a nice bevel right here. It's hard to show because it's white, but they have a nice bevel right here along this inside. But I don't like the Susan Bates hooks. I like the feel of the prim, and I don't know how to explain why I like one and I don't like the other. I didn't like the O fires. I don't like the regular furls hooks. I liked the metal furls hooks. Oh, see, that's so much smoother. So anyway, I would suggest anytime that you get this this type of resiny plastic, because it has a bend to it. Oh, you're going to see that. It has a bend to it, okay? Which I think is part of why it's a nice feel for me. I also like the dots, and I'm not sure which one I like better. I'm not sure if I like the dots or the prims better. It's a really hard decision between the two of them. I really like them both. Okay, the next one is the Karen Reed case. There was some evidence shown this week where it was looking like Karen had a little bit of a leg to stand on because they presented video of the other officers, one officer in particular, and I can't think of his name, on, and I'm not sure it was the night that O'Keefe was killed. I believe that's what they were trying to say, was that it was that night. However, don't quote me because I haven't watched every bit of it. And he was being like, they said he was slinking around at the DMV, not the DMV, but the headquarters, the cop shop. You know, he was sneaking around up there and all this stuff. And there were some vehicles there that had front loaders on them for the snow, to shovel the snow. You're watching Emily? Uh-huh. I've been watching her bits, the little bits that she talks about. I prefer that to her lives. Anyway, I, I just don't know that it proved anything. I mean, I get what they were trying to say, and they have to try to show some doubt. That's their job as defense lawyers, is to try to show some sort of doubt. I just don't know that they had any traction from that. It didn't really prove a whole lot to me. What meant something to me this week from what I was listening to was that some of that red tail light was actually found in John O'Keefe's clothing. I think that's going to go a long way with the jury. That's what I think. Okay, so y'all are saying, "Hey Panda, are you all done over with? Oh, that was so fun. I'm going to go and try to see what I missed because I didn't even know y'all were on." Thank you for coming in. So glad you're here. And see, it is just such a big fat mess. Okay, she's saying it was Brian Higgins. He was the ATF agent at Canton. Okay. So you're seeing her as innocent? Yeah. Yeah, that case is, I'm only touching on that case because I know a lot of you are following it. Who is it? Never heard of them. I'm going to type that in so I don't lose it. Okay, I typed it in so I wouldn't lose it. I don't know who that is, but anyway, I'll check it out. See, and that's where I'm at with it, Mimi, but who knows? I think that they would have gotten her on something in the first trial, according to what the jurors were saying. What? I don't know that they could figure that out. But they did the right thing because they had doubts. I know. Oh, he'd take you in a heartbeat. He would take you in a heartbeat. That's where I'm leaning. The other thing that I keep thinking, the other thing I keep thinking is, was it the was it the snowplow guy that did all that damage? I feel like she might have hit him. He was down. He went out. He got cold, and he was so out of it, he couldn't come, you know, and then the snowplow hit him. That's what I think. But what do I know? Wow. Yeah, isn't it weird when the judge chooses the foreperson? But a lot of judges choose to do that. It's their discretion, I believe. I believe it is. Okay. All right, we're going to get off of that. All right, cornholer. What do we got on cornholer tonight? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, my my ex-partner in crime, Terry, that I was doing a podcast with until we just, well, we mutually decided not to do it anymore, but it was, I'm going to leave it at that. Uh, he used to call him cornholer, and it stuck with me. Oh, it happens all the time, Cindy. The homeowners are, they're rallying around the cops. The homeowners are rallying around their buddies. That's There is a definite buddy system going on there. I don't disagree with that at all. Whether it rose to the level of what they're accusing them of, I haven't heard anything yet, but I haven't watched the whole case. Just saying. I will at some point, but it's just so messy. It's hard to follow. I can't stick with it. It's just one of those I kind of watch from afar, you know. I don't know. I can't really I just can't really stick with that one. The Karen Reed case. That's what we were talking about. Okay, now cornholer I'm talking about is Brian Kohlberger, and that is getting very it's not going to be long. And I say that because we're within 60 days finally. I mean, this has been an ordeal to get anywhere near a date for his case. There's been so much. But I will tell you, I watched the latest from the interview room, Chris McDonough, and that was fantastic. So if you have a chance to go over and watch that one, uh, he covered a lot of ground with with the Kohlberger case. But here's the biggest news about that with Kohlberger. Remember last week when the 48 hours thing dropped on his case? Well, the judge is not happy. According to the judge, things related to the case that got released and found out and used in that 48 hours documentary should never have been released, should never have been available to them, and he's not happy. Not happy. And so he put out a whole bunch of paperwork about all of the things that he wants, and he's 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 pulling in the wagons for sure. So now I'm just doing half doubles on this one, on this to kind of tighten it up a little bit. Yeah, there's a gag order. He said it's going to be extremely hard now to find a good jury. It's going to take longer. But you know, here's the thing I got to thinking about that. I didn't think they'd ever find a jury for Lori Vallow on this last one, but they did. And according to those jurors, none of them knew what was going on. If they can find a jury for Chad and Lori, they'll find one for Kohlberger. That's the way I see it. That's my opinion. There's so many people that don't know anything. Listen, Mr. Fiber doesn't know most of the stuff I talk about. Has no idea. I talk about it, it's in one ear and out the other, and if you brought it up, he'd say I don't know anything about it. So it happens, you know. They'll find one. Yeah, but interesting for us. Exactly. So, how many of you watched the 48 hours documentary? And what did you figure out that you didn't already know? One of the things that we saw in the documentary was there were a lot of photos released of Brian Kohlberger. That's right. That is exactly right, because crochet and true crime go together like peas in a pod, right? Exactly. Is it good, Bubby? Dad fix you up? That was a walk by. Serb's walk by with his green toy. He's working on it. He has not asked for help, so we'll go from there. Okay, now that you know what to do on this one, I can put this away for now. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's a whole lot of people that don't know. Did I say 48 hours? I meant Dateline. I meant to say Dateline. Y'all know what I meant, right? Well, you better get back on it, girl, because it's coming in August. I don't know. Lori's going to be over before Koberger. She's going to have all of hers all done before Koberger starts. Oh, it was? Okay. Yep. There may have been one of each. There may have been one of each. Okay. Anyway, pretty sure that's the one I watched, but it might have been Dateline. I can't remember. I know we talked about it last week that it was going to be, that it was going up. So, okay, let me move this out of the way. And I wanted to mention that Nate Eaton at East Idaho News sent me mail. I paid for it. Yes, I paid for it. You coming up? Well, come on in there. There you go. Serbs has joined us. Hi, Mishi, guten Abend. Was machst du? Yes. Yes, I believe so. Yes. He did in this one. When, well, he will. When this next one is over with, he will sentence her on both of them. Good evening. It's nice to see you. So glad you came in. I know his Christmas videos are fun. You saw me? Oh, how funny. So he has been airing the Kohlberger, any of the hearings and all that kind of stuff. So you can now watch those on East Idaho News. I'm pretty excited about this, though. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I have his signature, y'all. Look. He signed it. Thanks for your support. Oh, do you need help, Bubby? Let me see. I gotta help Serbs out. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. It's coming. There you go. All right. That's it, Bubby. That's it. That's everything. Except the one that's on your back. Oh, have fun, Mishi. Okay, watch out. Watch out. There you go. All right, y'all ready? I got t-shirts. He did address me. I was fangirling big time. I was big time fangirling. Yes, I was. So I got guilty of following East Idaho news. And life goal, keep my mugshot off of East Idaho news. I'm sorry I didn't order you guys one, but I'm going to have to take my picture now and send it in, right? And then we can maybe we'll see my picture come up uh, during the next trial. Mishi, bis nächstes Mal. You like this one? So he likes you to take your pictures with it and then send it in. And then here's the other one. Now I got them really big because I wanted a big shirt and I wanted them to stay nice after I washed them. Isn't that fun? Love it. And I got his signature. Y'all, it's too fun. That is too fun. I didn't know they had an app. Did you guys know they had an app? Look, there you go. You want to get the app? I'm going to hold it here for a minute. Thank you, my knit. I did not know that. See, you put my name. He even knows my name. That is the sweetest. That means so much to me. It really does. You know, we've been following Nate over here for so long. I'm putting that right where I can see it. I'll take a picture and show y'all. Look. Put it right there where I can see it. I have to find another place for it since I know I need to frame it. Yes. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's exactly I'm going to frame it. That is amazing. Oh, love it. Okay. Okay, now yeah, I can't remember which one it was. I was on one of his lives from the Lori trial. He was in front of the courthouse. And I sent in a super chat, as I do. And then I asked him if he would interview Mr. Bloom, who did Howard Bloom, who did the Kornberger book. And he said he already did. So then I went over and watched his interview, and it was really good. His interview was really, really good. Hey, there's Rebecca. Good evening. How are you tonight? Oh, glad you're here. Yep, don't put them in the dryer. That's my goal, is to hang them up and wash them inside out. Yes. I may get one. I may go back. It's just that they don't always have them, and I didn't want to not get what I wanted. So I ordered just what I wanted, and then I can go back later, hopefully, and get more shirts, because I don't know how many are left. That's the thing. He had a limited amount of shirts. Okay. It's a very small order. Do you want to see what's in my bag? Anybody? Oh, you're coloring tonight. Oh, that's awesome. Bree's got me on the TV. Hi. Feel like such a star. I'm on TV. All right, here we go. You ready? Let's see what it looks like. I saw Mishi open hers. I did not get very many, you guys. I did not. You know I didn't get very many. I just got like 4. I think it was 4. Duh. There it is. It's here. Now, am I going to use it, or am I going to hoard it? That is the question. So with my discount, I paid $6.30 a piece for these. Okay. I'll probably keep them in this bag after I show y'all. Gosh, it is soft. It feels like Karen Simply Soft. Or actually, it feels like I had a yarn from up on the east coast that felt just like this. And I do not remember but I don't know if that mill is still going. Okay, so it's got the Crown, Bag O' Day Tonal Hues, Premium Anti-Pilling Acrylic. It has her channel, her YouTube channel, her Insta, and her Facebook. 328 yards, 300 meters, 100% anti-pilling, 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, machine wash and warm, tumble dry normal, do not iron, do not dry clean, do not bleach. Then it has Mary Maxim regular, Mary Maxim Canada. It does have dye lots. This one is called Exquisite Clutter. It is shelf candy. I know it is. Going into my closet, right, Mimi? My special closet. Exquisite Clutter. So, number 4 yarn. It says to use an H hook 5.0 and an 8 or 5.0 knitting needle. made in Turkey. I think that's everything. Now, hold on. Smells like yarn. Very clean. Very clean. Kind of like, it doesn't smell factory. It doesn't smell woolly or anything like that. It doesn't have like a sizing smell or anything. It's just, it's very clean. Very nice. You know I have to smell it. And then this is the color here in this camera. You coming up again, Bubby? Come on. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, I'm thinking about ordering some of the blankets too. Okay, this one is liquid mercury. The shine is beautiful. I think that twist is going to be awesome. It has a center pull. At least on that one it does. But you see the twist on that? I will say though, this looks like it's going to be like what I call a 3-4. Instead of a 4, it would be a 3-4. But do you see the shine? The stitch definition is going to be beautiful. This will be, if you're a shawl maker, this is a dream acrylic for a shawl. A dream acrylic. And these are all, just so you know, there's no black in here. These are all green. Let me show you this one here. Really hard to see it there. The darker colors are difficult to show. Okay. This is a good representation, kind of. It's just this looks a little darker than it really is. Oh, I'm glad I got this one. This one is 7 Seas. It has almost a heathered look to it. And I see it more in this one than those other two. Okay, that is pretty. I need more of that one. If you have a Mary Maxim club, preferred club, you can get 10% off. And then if you can get one of the free shipping, which I could do when it all comes back in, get more of it, because this is really super soft. Beautiful. And that's looking pretty blue there, but it's teal. It's actually got blues and teals in it. There you go. There. That's better. Are you a gothic kitty, Sherry? Okay, and here's the last one. I saved it because I'd have so many purple lovers in here. I'm telling you, look, there's the center again. So that one's going to come with that color in the center. So pretty. Okay, this one is Your Majesty Queen. Very nice. Oh, very nice colors. Yep, this is Your Majesty Queen. None of my lighting right now is doing this one any justice, just so you know. This is not showing like it should. This is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, you're just not seeing how pretty that is. I'm telling y'all, you're not seeing how pretty it is. This one is very, if you're a purple lover, you have to get this one. This is so pretty. Now, I did not read you what it said on the side. It says millions of crochet enthusiasts have fallen in love with Crystal Doteman and her YouTube channel, Bag O' Day Crochet. Mary Maxim is proud to partner with Crystal to create this one-of-a-kind anti-pilling acrylic yarn, sure to excite yarn lovers everywhere. That's a little better. But there is sort of a lighter pinky lavender that you're not seeing there. See, it's kind of try right here. Very nice. I wanted to get a sample of it to kind of see what it looked like and decide, you know, if I want to try to get some of the other colors or not. Very pretty. Yeah, changing that around is not helping. And I would not put any of these together. I know there are other colors on the website that you could, but these I would not. I might put these two together. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. That is everything I have to show you there. Now, the knitted. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is the sheriff case, because someone had asked me. The shipping was, I paid $15.99 shipping to get it because I didn't have a deal. I did not have a shipping code yet. But I did get $6.30 off of it. I mean, I did get it for $6.30 with my club membership. So, what is that? So, what did it really cost me, right? $25.20 plus $15.99, $41.19. They cost me $10.29 a piece. Roughly $10 a piece is what they cost me. So I've paid a lot more than that for yarn. And it's Crystal's yarn. Okay. These are my favorite knitting needles. They are warped. They're wooden. They're a set of knitting needles I got up in Omaha, Nebraska. If you go back to my very, very first video ever, I did a haul, and this was in the haul. These are a 4.5 millimeter or a US 7. Well, I'll probably see if I can't get a shipping deal next time to get them. So this is how I make my knitted washcloths. I do a small tail, probably about 8 inches, something like that. I put my slip knot on, and then I do a long tail cast on. And I do 3 stitches. Now, this is not the only way in order to cast on. You can start with your stitch, your slip stitch. You can insert your needle. You can knit. Don't take it off. Come around to the back. And now you have 2. And then do it again. Knit the last one. And now you have 3 stitches. You can start it that way, which is fairly easy. You can also make your slip knot, put it on your needle. You can go into that stitch, yarn over, pull it through until you have that new one. And instead of letting it go, bring this needle back around and pick it up. And now you have 2 stitches. And that is a knitted on. It's a knitted cast on. Yarn over. Here's your new one. Bring it around, put your needle in it, and now you have your 3. So you can do it, that's 3 different ways you can do that. Yeah, I prefer the long tail, and it's just the way that it sits here and the way that these stitches look. I prefer that. And the long tail cast on, you put your needle in. No, sorry. You have 1 needle. You have your tail. And I do have a video to show you how to do this. You put your finger through the 2 and you grab them down here. Then you put your thumb in there and you do the splits. I put my finger right here on top of this stitch that's on the needle, and I bring the needle over here, which wraps that around my thumb, and I pick this yarn over here up. Go under and pick it up. You don't let go. You come over here, touch this finger, and go under that one. And now you're going to pull that one through. See, pull it through there. Then you let go with the thumb. Good night, Bree. Hello, Nick. You too, Bree. So over here, and then touch here, bring it through, let go with the thumb, and there you go. Now, my preferred way to start, now that I have my 3 stitches on, is to yarn over, pull it through, and pull it off. And I knit these 3 stitches before I start increasing. Yarn over, pull it through, pull it off. Yarn over. So now I've knit the 3 stitches before I do my increase. Yes, I'm trying. I'm trying to teach a little bit. This is how I start a washcloth. All right, now to do my increase, here's what I've been doing lately. I showed you how to increase a minute ago. You could do it that way, but lately I've been knitting the first stitch, and then I take the yarn and I twist it and put it on. And then knit the last ones. And now I've increased one. I'll show you that again. And you do that on every time until you get to a certain amount. So knit one, then I pick up the yarn and I twist it and put it on. It's teal. The word is teal, T-E-A-L. If you want to drop your channel, it's T-E-A-L. And then knit across. Hey, Shad. Good evening. Good to see you. So how was I able to show you that well enough that you guys understood it? I'm going to try to get where you can see a little bit better. I'm going to watch my screen over here. The needle goes from the left side to do a knit stitch. From the left side through to the back to do a knit stitch. Tighten it up. Swing it around in between the needles. You should be able to see it down here on this needle. Then you slide this needle down and pick that stitch up. Slide this left needle off, and it comes off the needle that way. That's a knit stitch. Then I twist that yarn and put it on. And then continue knitting. When you get to the end, you turn. Now, on my knitted washcloths, this does not leave a hole. Okay. The grandma's knit washcloth leaves a hole on the edges. If you want to do that, you just simply do a yarn over. When you do a yarn over, it does not cinch it in at the bottom, and that leaves an open space when you come back around. Hey, Maribel. That's good, Nick, because I was looking for you the other day, and for some reason I couldn't find you. And this is what it will look like. Now, I make mine, see there's no hole on the side. The grandma's knit washcloth has a hole that runs all around the edges like an eyelet. I will show you next week how to finish the washcloth. But I go to 42. I knit all the way up to 42 stitches, a full 42, and then I do a decrease. And I'll show you how to do that next week. But this is how it looks without the hole. I've got to put all my stitches in. Here it is with all the stitches done up. And then at the end, I make a place so you can hang it up. I make a little loop on there on the corner. When I finish it with a chain that I can tuck in. You make yours up to 50? Awesome. Do you make it with the hole or without the hole, Cindy? I will get this up to the point where we are going to do the decreases before next week. Okay. From what I understand, and I don't think they've had some hearings on the sheriff who shot the judge. Now, this is in Kentucky. I want to talk about this really quickly before we go. Oh, man. I lost my spot. Okay. Yes, I only do cotton for washcloths. And this one is dishy. My favorite is, and I like the dishy better than the other commercial cottons on the market. I also like the KC cotton, which was the Joanne brand. But my favorite is I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby, of course. That's my favorite. Yes, they have dropped body cam videos. I wanted to see if I could find those. So give me a second here. Hold on. Whoop. Hold on. One moment, please. Dang it. That is not what I wanted. Hold on, let me find it. I don't. If I show everything that's on my screen, I get in trouble for. I get copyrighted. So give me a sec here. Um, when I find it, I will be back. One moment, y'all. Don't go away. Yeah, I'm not finding it. I am not finding what I want to find. Okay, I did look, but I couldn't find it. So, a new video reveals what transpired moments after the shooting death of Letcher County District Judge Kevin Mullins back in September of 2024. Investigators allege former Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins pulled the trigger in the judge's chambers after he reportedly placed a call on the judge's phone. Oh, hi, Thrifty. Good evening. Good evening. Does Long Crime have it? Okay, I'll look. New body camera footage obtained by Fox News Digital shows Steins appearing paranoid, pleading not to be shot and killed. His legs are trembling as he scans the area. I just don't feel safe. Now, I was watching Vinnie Politan had done a investigation video on it where he interviewed some people and showed some body cam footage, and there was a lot of things that were said in that. And one of the things that they're talking about is that there is a controversy about there's allegations that Mickey Steins, the sheriff, Mullins, the judge, a bailiff that is no longer a bailiff in that county, and some other people were making girls do things in order not to have to wear ankle bracelets. Uh, what is it called? The ankle monitors when they were out. So, yeah. And then, yes, that was the other thing was the daughter. Well, I mean, that's a great ending. I'm glad you're okay. That's what I was talking about earlier is there's so much weather out there. So much weather. I don't quite know about what he was talking about when they on the body cam footage. Hey Ola Joe, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you are well. I watched a few of your videos earlier today. I did what I could. I can't watch, wasn't able to watch all day, but I did watch some. Trying to do some, get you in the algorithm as much as I can. He was telling the people who interviewed him or talking to him that his wife and daughter were being threatened and that he had to do something. He found they found the sheriff's daughter's number on the judge's phone, but they say it was not plugged into his phone. They say that he dialed, that the sheriff dialed the daughter from the judge's phone. You know what? I was doing I was trying to put all of it together. I'd have to go back. I did not get all of our stuff in there. I didn't do the best job of putting all the stitches together. So I can try to come up with something, but I'm not sure. Oh, hugs to you too. I'm behind, Thrifty. Yeah, I'm behind on that. I'll try to figure it out though. So this this little ring of problems that are going on. Stein was going to be coming up on charges for that, okay? And then he goes in they go out to lunch and everything else, and then he goes back to the courthouse with the judge, and he goes into the judge's chambers and they fight about something, and it's on video, and then he shoots him and kills him. So, and then he's paranoid. And you know what? I think he has a right to be paranoid. If you're a cop killing another cop, he's a sheriff killing a judge, I would be a little paranoid that the cops are going to take me out. I think that paranoia is probably. I think he's probably going to be on a new weight loss plan. That in jail he's going to be worried and not want to eat the food, or go to the bathroom where they might attack him, or all kinds of things. Now, the other inmates are going to be very happy with him, but he's probably rather worried about what's going to happen to him, get beat up, and all kinds of crap while he's in there. I imagine he is a little worried. And he probably has a right to be worried. I'm sure they're not very happy with him. I really hope they get to the bottom of all of it. And I do encourage you to go over and watch Vinnie Politan's video because it's good. It's about 40 minutes. We can't watch it here because I will get copyrighted for it. And I've gotten really where I don't want to play the videos anymore because you can't hear them. I have to play them both on my screen and on my phone, and I just don't want to do all that stuff, It's just kind of a pain. We'll work it out. I'll figure another way. But anyway, so to whoever it was that asked me to look into it, it is interesting, and I will see if I can find, because that was a few months ago. The new body cam footage did just drop, but I haven't seen anything else on the case is anything else happening? Ah, there is that too, isn't it? Yep. Yep. Okay. Putting that away. That is all I have for y'all tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being here with you guys. I really appreciate you. I hope you will go over and I want to know if you all have, if you've watched my video about the 4K giveaway, do you have any questions about that giveaway? Does anybody have any questions about it? Okay, good night, Annie. Hi, Patty. Yes, everybody, yes, absolutely. Everybody stay safe. Oh yeah. You too, Nick. And I will check you. I will see. See, I can't go to it. I miss the days when I could click on there and I could go to it, but I can't. No questions. Okay, good deal. Nobody has. Well, I appreciate that there are no questions. I explained it well enough, I hope. I will be giving, and I don't know if I said this, but I will be giving something to Russ's channel. All right, everybody take care. Have fun today. I'll see you later. I'm going to go out and say thank you to my members, and I hope you all have a great evening. Bye, y'all.